Feeling stuck because your ex insists they don't want you back? Don't give up just yet. There's a way to turn things around without begging, overwhelming, or losing yourself. Watch this video to discover a proven method to reawaken their interest while reclaiming your confidence. Ready? Let's dive in. When your ex says they don't want to come back, the first thing to understand is that this response often stems from heightened emotions, not an unchangeable truth. Many times, their no reflects pain, frustration, or fear of past patterns repeating. So the first step is to respect their decision without interpreting it as permanent. Instead of reacting emotionally, step back and give both of you the time to process the situation. Respecting their space. Respect is key when navigating this delicate phase. If you're bombarding them with messages, begging, or constantly trying to explain yourself, you're likely pushing them further away. Every time you reach out with desperation, you reinforce the idea that the breakup was the right choice. Respecting their space shows maturity and self-control, qualities that can subtly influence their perception of you. It tells them that you value their boundaries and are capable of reflecting on your actions. Self-reflection is your superpower. While respecting their space, shift the focus to yourself. This is not about wallowing in guilt or overanalyzing their behavior, but about understanding your own. Ask yourself, what role did I play in the breakup? What patterns or behaviors might have contributed to the relationship's challenges? What changes can I make, not just for them, but for me? Writing these reflections down can be incredibly powerful. Create a journal dedicated to this journey. Identify areas where you can grow, whether it's communication, emotional management, or even learning to set healthier boundaries. When you use this time to work on yourself, you not only feel more empowered, but also become someone your ex may see in a new light. Avoiding common mistakes. One of the biggest mistakes people make during this phase is resorting to begging. Phrases like, "I'll change, I promise," or "I can't live without you," often come from a place of genuine emotion, but land as overwhelming and even manipulative. Your ex likely heard these promises before, during arguments or moments of tension in the relationship. Hearing them again, especially after a breakup, feels hollow and insincere. Instead, focus on demonstrating change through actions, not words. Another common mistake is misusing the concept of no contact. Many people hear about the no contact rule and assume it means sitting at home, avoiding their ex, and waiting for them to magically return. This passive approach often backfires because it misses the point of no contact, creating space for self-growth and reflection. The purpose is to recalibrate your mindset, gain perspective, and give your ex time to process the breakup, not to sit idly hoping for a miracle. Reframing the time factor. Many people panic about how much time has passed since the breakup, worrying that the longer it's been, the slimmer their chances. But time in itself isn't the issue. The problem arises when you don't use that time wisely. If all you do is obsess over your ex, scroll through their social media, or replay old memories, you're wasting a valuable opportunity to grow. Instead, treat this time as a reset button. Start focusing on activities that bring you joy, help you grow, and boost your confidence. Whether it's picking up a new hobby, hitting the gym, or reconnecting with friends, every positive step you take not only benefits you, but also changes the energy you project. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate self-assurance and independence. Strategically rebuilding communication. When you've taken time to reflect and rebuild your confidence, it's time to consider reaching out, but only if it feels right. The key here is subtlety. A casual, low-pressure message works best. Something like, "Hey, I came across something today that reminded me of you. Hope you're doing well." Keep it short and simple, with no heavy emotional undertones. The goal isn't to dive into the past or bring up unresolved issues, but to create a comfortable space for dialogue. If they respond, keep the tone light and let the conversation flow naturally. Avoid the temptation to steer the discussion toward the breakup too soon. Let them see the positive, calm version of you before tackling any deeper subjects. Showing, not telling, your growth actions always speak louder than words. If you've been working on yourself during this time apart, let those changes shine through organically. Maybe you've started a fitness journey, learned a new skill, or developed healthier habits. Share these changes subtly when the opportunity arises, whether it's through social media or in casual conversations. For example, if they ask how you've been, you could say, "I've been focusing on some personal goals lately. It's been challenging, but rewarding." This not only shows growth, but also piques their curiosity. It's far more impactful than explicitly stating, "Look how much I've changed." The power of patience. Rebuilding a connection takes time. Just because they haven't responded positively right away doesn't mean all hope is lost. Relationships, especially broken ones, require patience to mend. Your ex may need time to adjust to the new dynamic and see that the changes you've made are genuine and lasting. Rushing this process or demanding immediate results only adds pressure, which can push them further away. Instead, focus on consistency. Whether it's in your communication or your personal growth, steady and genuine efforts will always be more effective than grand, short-lived gestures. Understanding their perspective. It's important to recognize that your ex has their own emotions and perspective. Breakups aren't easy for anyone, and they may be processing their own hurt, fears, or doubts. Acknowledge this reality. It's not just about your pain, but also about theirs. Instead of assuming their actions, like being active on social media or posting photos with friends, are direct messages to you, step back and give them the benefit of the doubt. They are navigating this as best they can, just like you are. Respecting their experience fosters empathy and helps you approach the situation with a clearer, more balanced mindset. Redefining the outcome. While it's natural to want your ex back, it's also crucial to consider what's truly best for both of you. Ask yourself, is this relationship worth revisiting? Have the issues that caused the breakup been addressed? Are you both ready to commit to the hard work that reconciliation requires? These questions aren't meant to discourage you, but to ensure that you're pursuing this path for the right reasons. Reconciliation isn't about erasing the past, but building a healthier, more understanding future together. If you can approach it with clarity and honesty, your chances of success improve significantly. Focusing on what you can control. One of the most empowering realizations you can have is that you cannot control your ex's feelings or actions. What you can control is how you respond to the situation. Instead of trying to manipulate their emotions or predict their behavior, focus on what you can do to grow, heal, and communicate effectively. For instance, if their actions on social media bother you, consider taking a break from checking their profiles. If you feel overwhelmed by the situation, seek support from friends, a coach, or a therapist. Taking charge of your emotional well-being sends a powerful message, not just to your ex, but to yourself, that you are strong and capable, regardless of the outcome. Preparing for all possibilities. Even if you follow all the right steps, there's no guarantee your ex will want to reconcile. And that's okay. Reconciliation requires two people who are equally committed to making it work. If your ex decides not to return, it doesn't mean you failed. It simply means their path is different from yours. The growth you achieve during this process will benefit you regardless of the outcome. You'll come out of this stronger, more self-aware, and better prepared for whatever comes next, whether it's a renewed relationship with your ex or a fresh start with someone new. Embracing the bigger picture. Ultimately, this journey is about more than just getting your ex back. It's about rediscovering yourself, learning from past mistakes, and creating a life that you're proud of, whether or not your ex is part of it. By focusing on self-improvement and genuine connection, you not only increase your chances of reconciliation, but also set the foundation for a healthier, happier future. Remember, the decision to come back is theirs to make, but the choice to grow and move forward is entirely yours. Own that power, and you'll find that no matter what happens, you'll be okay, and maybe even better than before.